I will not be bullied into making videos about a war I know nothing about. A person with a substantial following left me several messages today to the effect of, the autistic community is going to stop following you unless you start making videos about insert the country they agree with, little flag emoji. I want to make this so crystal clear. In May of 2016, I was given my DD-214, which is the document that lets you get out of the United States military. And with that document in hand, there is not a person on this planet who gets to tell me what to do anymore. I will not be bullied with the same rhetoric that George Bush used to convince my friends to go to Iraq, to take an opinion on this thing I don't know enough about to have an opinion on. This white face does not need to add more misinformation to the already dearth of misinformation. I've made my opinions on war clear for the 3 years that I've talked about the one that I was in. And if you need me to reiterate them again, I'll do so. Here are the things that I said when this conflict started, and in that video I got so many death threats for saying them, I took it down. I don't like when kids get killed. That's like tippity top priority. I don't care which kids. I don't care who did it. I don't think we should intentionally target civilians. I don't think anyone should do that, and anyone currently doing it, I don't like that. I'm against that. I fucking hate terrorism. I hate terrorism with every fiber of my being, and I hate when people defend terrorism because it aligns with them ideologically. And if that upsets you, oh well. I don't like when people spread misinformation, and then when that misinformation turns out to be false, they don't make a bunch of videos pointing out how desperately wrong they were. They just move on with their day. Which is why I'm not making videos about this constantly evolving situation filled with more propaganda than I've ever seen in any conflict in all of my 35 years on the earth. It's very clear that several countries are involved online making sure that this gets brought to a boiling point, and I don't feel like I need to contribute to that. I don't feel the need to prostrate myself on the altar of TikTok's World Affairs Board about a conflict that I just started learning about like 2 weeks ago. My entire channel has been, hey, there's nuance in war, and I'm going to talk about it. And now, people are loudly screaming that if you try to introduce nuance or say it's complicated, that you're supporting war crimes. So yeah, I'm not going to involve myself in that. It's so clear that there is not space in this conversation. Why would I try to make some for me? And if you think you can bully me into like joining your ideological side, that you think you can bring up me being a medic, that like that's gonna change my opinion on things, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but as a medic, I don't like when anybody gets shot. So I'm not gonna pick sides when it's not my homeland and it's not my religions that are involved. I'm allowed to not know what the answer is or who the bad guys are. I'm allowed to just be like, I don't feel comfortable talking about one of the most complicated wars in all of human history. And the fact that I don't want to add to that to bring just attention to me shouldn't be a problem. Me making a video badly stating information that has already been provided in a much more nuanced, educated way is not going to bring back those kids. It's not going to get the hostages freed. It's not going to stop airdrops. So why do you want me to add to the death knell of wrongness? What I will say, you want to criticize Biden for how he's been handling this? Start criticizing what he's actually doing. Every time I see someone, $100 billion to Israel? That's absurd. That's not what's happening. 60 billion of it is to Ukraine. You know that war that we're trying to help because the last time we did appeasement in Europe, it ended in a world war. So we're like, hey, let's maybe try to put not do that this time. 10 billion of it is to help refugees and for like aiding all the civilians caught in the crossfire. Why does no one ever talk about that? $10 billion to helping the people that everybody's upset, that are hurt. And nobody, but 100 billions to rockets. So few people are actually talking about what's really happening. They're just screaming about propaganda that they heard. And, this hospital got blown up by this guy. But no, it didn't. It got blown up by that guy. But then it turns out it wasn't a hospital, or maybe it was a hospital, but it was a small hospital. Or maybe, who knows? Who knows? Back and forth, back and forth. I'm not going to jump in and make a video like, whoa, everybody, a hospital got blown up, pay attention to me, when I'm not there. I don't know. I'm getting the same bad information as everybody else. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm not a journalist. I'm not your employee. I don't have any obligation to cover anything. I talk about the war I was in because I feel a need to. And when I don't feel comfortable wading into a topic, I don't. And you're not going to threaten me into doing it. And it's just like really funny that someone who's clearly in the autism community would think that that would work on another clearly PDA profile person. So not sure what your plan was there. I haven't even been making videos about other stuff. I've been sitting writing my book. So leave me alone. You're either with us or against us. Your silent is appeasement. You're not allowed to have a nuanced or complicated or I don't know opinion, and take it somewhere else. I am an American. It is my God-given right to be an uneducated moron about things happening around the world. And for once, an American is choosing to be quiet about it. So let me.